Hello everybody, it's your boy Enigmad, back in the house, once again, with another video brought to you by Deal With It Incorporated. Now, before we even get started with this hell of a rant, I must ask you to think clearly, keep an open mind, and remember, think before you comment. But I know a lot of you right now are looking at this video title in complete and utter disgust. How could one take on such a close-knit community of emos, goths, scenes, and punk kids all at one time? And the answer to that is quite simple. All four of those groups stem off of one key feature. They want to be different. Now, whether this need to be different stems from looking like a dark version of the Mona Lisa, a living and breathing coloring book, something that looks like it should be in the next horror movie that's going to suck AIDS this summer, becoming a symbolic canvas for art, no longer wanting to be looked in the eye, a smart-ass attempt to come off cooler than you really are, looking dark or mysterious, or simply just hoping that the world just implodes on itself and all your problems go away. And really, the choice is theirs, and the list could go on. However, throughout these mediums of expressing yourself, all of them are okay. However, this video isn't aimed at everybody within these groups. It is only aimed at some of the people within these groups. And, well, the people who it's aimed at, you'll know. Because you will be the ones that are somehow offended by the content of this video. Now, I've lived in Georgia, Minnesota, and a little time in Philadelphia, and, well, I've been able to analyze people as a whole, as a community, see how they work, in some cases even learn how they tick, and I've even dated a girl who considered herself to be part of the emo community. So I have no problems with any of these groups as a whole. However, there are people who I do think need to be spoken to. Mainly the people who say, I don't care anymore, everybody could die, I don't care what anyone says. And that's fine, if you actually don't care. The only problem I have with this is, you do care. And it's rather self-evident when you can just go on Google or YouTube and search in goth rant, and you'll find a goth kid or scene kid or emo kid whining and bitching and moaning and complaining about needless topics that are quite insignificant to any other group out there. Especially when the ones within those groups who actually, truthfully, don't care would disown you in a minute because you're proving how fake that you actually are. Because there is no validity or truth to anything that you say. You are using these means to express yourself no longer as means to express yourself. Just a medium or far cry to get attention. That's mainly who I'm talking to right now. Normally the symptoms are,
oh, my boyfriend broke up with me. It's so devastating. We went out for a whole 2 weeks. 2 weeks lost.
or
I don't like the sun, for it ruins my pale complexion. But I will destroy you all. No. Life's not fair. My parents, they cut my allowance in half. Now I get $30 a week. They're so mean.
I think we're getting the idea now of what I'm talking about. But the only thing that's really sad isn't the fact that you think that people need to die, or you yourself need to die. The only thing that's really sad is, well, quite frankly, the truth. The fact that you feel as though you need so much attention, you're going to go into a group that's all about expressing yourself. When you're not expressing yourself, you're just expressing whatever will get you the most attention. Pretty much being an attention whore in general. But the most pitiful and pathetic part about being one of them is, well, the simple fact that they have this mentality of whether if you do not agree with them, it brings them down emotionally, and they think you need to die just because you had a contrasting opinion. Okay, say someone doesn't like emos. Someone who they don't even know via the internet says they don't like emos or scenes or goths or punks. However, it doesn't really matter because normally you're not supposed to actually care what other people think, especially when you have no actual interaction with this person other than hearing a voice clip or some sort of video clip over the internet, which is probably not even uploaded by the original user, but used as a medium to get out some sort of diluted opinion that's gone through so much scrutiny over the years. But they're actually going to let someone who they will never talk to again outside of a text comment or video response, and they're actually going to let that somehow ruin their day. When it had nothing to do with you specifically, just the bad eggs out of the whole group. And before I progress, I must say, Just because I say that you're not supposed to care if you fit into these groups, I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that you can't have an opinion if you fall into one of these categories. What I'm saying is, do not be one of these people if that's not exactly who you are. Because if it's not who you are, then there's no fucking point, because these are groups that are used to express who you are personally. And it's not personal if it's not you. And if that's how you're going to use these groups, quite frankly, you should do what people keep feeding you attention for and what you keep threatening to do, but we all know that you're not going to do. And that's just off yourself. Because obviously, you died when you gave up yourself. And this goes to posers of all groups. You lost. Deal with it.